Assalamu alaikum, dear friends, how are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, all of us need to develop, all of us want to prosper, all of us want to improve continuously, all of us want to become prominent in the society. So that is something needed, demanded, wished, and cherished by everybody. And maybe this is something which we call as a success. So if at all this is a success, everybody have got the right to achieve it. Everybody have got to right to wish and demand it. From whom can we demand it? From none other than we ourselves. So we have to work in a particular way. We have to live in a particular way. We have to carry ourselves in a particular way so that we are inching closer toward our success, toward our prosperity, and toward our happiness. So, dear friends and fellows, as for this thing is concerned, that is called that for this thing all we need to take certain steps. We need to take certain essential steps for personal growth and development. We need to take certain essential steps for personal growth and development. This personal growth and development has been made the topic of our today's discussion. And I was considering on the subject, there were plenty of things in front of me, but I have chosen the nine of these. The nine of these things are very important indeed. The nine of these things are very important indeed. So, my dear friends and fellows, for all the people who want the personal growth and development, they must act upon, they must practice continuously, consistently, and only then they will be able to achieve the personal growth and the development. There are nine steps. Let's look upon each one of these one by one. First of all, it is set clear goals. We need to set clear goals. Goals, goals, goals. Goals mean direction. Goals mean targets. Goals mean that in which side we have to move forward, what we want to achieve. We need to set clear goals, clarity on the one hand, attainability and realism on the other hand. I have seen that I was one of them, that we set too ambitious goals. What did happen? That it should have been achieved in a year, but we couldn't achieve it even after the passage of many years. So, what was the reason? The reason was perfectionism. The reason was that my goals were not realistic enough, that my goals were not attainable enough. I think we need to set clear goals, but these goals must be attainable, achievable, realistic ones. So, that is the first step out of the nine. And the second thing is that is embracing continuous learning. Continuous learning, we need to learning and growth, these are interdependent. All the people who are learning, they are automatically growing as well, but those people who are not growing, they are not actually learning. So the learning and the growth are interdependent. Anybody and everybody who is learning is automatically growing, and all the people who are not growing, they are not actually learning. So that is the second thing. And the third thing is cultivating self discipline. Cultivating self discipline. Self discipline is so important, so important, so important that totally and absolutely the continuous, the consistent development and improvement is not possible, not possible, not possible without cultivating the self discipline. The self discipline actually means self control. If we are poor in the self control, we will be like a vehicle, like an aircraft, and like a boat with a poor control system. Now you can imagine that what will happen with a vehicle, with a boat, and with an aircraft which does not have a good control system. So I think it is extremely important. It is extremely important that we have cultivated the self discipline. Always keep developing yourself as a self discipline, because as far the self discipline is concerned. Now, the fourth thing which we need to do is that nurturing positive habits. Habits, habits, and habits. If the habits are good, we are automatically moving forward and developing. If the habits are bad, we are not developing, we are not improving, we are not getting anything else at all. So, nurturing the good habits are also essential, essential, essential. So, dear friends and fellows, now the fifth is building resilience, building of resilience. Resilience is so important, so important, so important, my dear friends and fellows. Resilience is very, what is meant by resilience? It is, developing the ability to withstand, to bear the hardship, the difficulties, and to recover quickly, and to bounce back quickly after failing, after, suffering a setback, and after feelings of inadequacy somewhere else. So I think the resilience, we, if at all we have failed at one spot, it shouldn't deter our development, our progress, our prosperity at all. We continuously need to develop, to prosper, and for that reason and purpose, I think we need to cultivate resilience in us. Now, the sixth thing which we need to adopt is enhancing emotional intelligence. We need to learn emotional intelligence. Earlier, it was considered that IQ is more important for a good life than anything else. Now, the research has proven that it is far more important than the IQ. The EQ is far more important as compared to the IQ. Emotional intelligence, being able to understand our emotions and being able to regulate or manage our emotion. So we need to understand the emotions of other people as well. So that is all called the emotional intelligence. All emotional intelligence is really important. We cannot live a happy life, we cannot live a peaceful life, we cannot experience the peace of mind without the emotional intelligence. So it is extremely important. Now, the seventh thing is prioritizing self-care. Self-care. If at all we are taking care of our vehicle, our home, our bank balance, our other assets, so I think it is even more important than all of those important things combined. Imagine taking care of ourselves is more important than taking care of all the other things combined. So I don't mean that we should stop caring about our vehicle, money, assets, etc. No, not at all. But taking care of ourselves, it is even more important than all of those things. So prioritize the self care, put it into the priorities. Do not put it into the back burner at all, otherwise, you will suffer and suffer a lot. I've seen the people, you have seen the people, that earlier we are burning our health to earn money, to develop in our career. Later on, we are spending all the money we are having for our health and for our welfare. So that is, practicing self care. Eighth is seeking mentorship and guidance. Seeking mentorship, seeking coaching, and of course, seeking guidance from our mentor, from our coach, because having a teacher, because having a trainer, having a coach, have a mentor throughout our life, we need to have certain people in, that is very important. The ninth and the last is embracing change or adaptability. Embracing change or adaptability. Change is inevitable, the change is unavoidable. If at all the change is invincible, then we need to adopt. We need to learn how to adopt the situation. If at all we keep adopting, if at all what will happen that we will keep progressing, we will keep developing. On the other hand, if at all we are not adopting the change, if at all we are not embracing, accepting the change from the very bottom of our heart, if at all we are not adopting it, if at all we are trying to resist it, if at all we are trying to close our eyes toward the changes occurring around us, what is going to happen then? We will suffer a lot, we will be isolated, we will be left behind. So I think that, noticing the change, embracing the change, and then adopting to the change, that is essential also. These are the nine habits for the personal development and for the personal growth. All the people who are interested are genuinely interested in the personal growth, in the personal development. So these are the 9 point agenda. Each one of these is very important indeed. That's all from me at the moment. Thank you very much.